are the rebooted Planet of the Apes movies linking up to the original series? A new clip may offer some clues. I'm Sasha Perl-Raver, and this is Screen Junkies News. A new clip from War for the Planet of the Apes explores the relationship between Andy Serkis's lead ape, Caesar, and an innocent little girl named Nova, a character who first appeared as an adult played by Linda Harrison in the original 1968 Planet of the Apes films as a love interest for Charlton Heston. What's Nova's role in this new movie, and what could her inclusion mean for the future of the franchise? Well, here to unravel those mysteries with me are DJ Wooldridge and Danielle Radford. Hi, guys.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good morning.
Well, so what we know is that we've got Nova.
Yes.
Nova, who, if you've seen the 68 version, is this hottie boom body.
Yes.
And now she's a little baby, but different kind of baby.
Yeah,
Look at how hot Linda Harrison is.
Yeah.
Woo, man, thank you, 1968. So what does this new clip reveal to us, besides that it is now a child? Deej?
Well, it looks like in this clip that we know from different information we've gotten on this movie that Caesar's kind of like on the warpath in this movie. He's a little more hard-edged than he was in the past movies. And it looks like Nova might be the one thing that can kind of soften his heart. We see them bonding. She does the like apes together strong thing. She's giving them water in the prison.
Yeah.
So it might be like his one soft spot as it comes to the humans.
It's sort of, she humanizes the ape. That's so good. I love these movies so much. I love these movies so much.
I'm going to be honest with you. This clip made me weirdly emotional. Like it really, because it's just a couple clips thrown together. And I was like, my heart.
Well, that's good. It also has a little bit, go with me here, a slight Logan thing. Just in that,
I can see that.
You've got the child who really brings out the heart of a hardened warpath individual. But Danielle, what are your thoughts when you first saw this? And I mean, it's obviously not going to link up the same way, but where do you see this character going?
One of the things that is super interesting is that, like you said, it's her humanizing Caesar, because Caesar's big thing is he trusts the humans, and then every time we do a great job of showing him why he should not trust humans.
Never trust James Franco.
Never trust.
If there is anything you can learn from the Planet of the Apes movies, is you never trust James Franco.
He will lead you astray. And so my theory and what I'm theorizing and what it seems like where they're going in the kind of commercials that I've seen are that Nova is going to be with the apes. I feel like Woody Harrelson is going to see that, assume that she's been kidnapped and is being hurt by these apes. And then now it becomes, as a lot of these newer Apes movies are doing, two groups of people both thinking they're doing what's right for their folks and everyone getting it wrong.
Absolutely. Oh, God, Danielle, it's so smart. So how do you think this relates to the 68 version? Because it's the same character name, but it is very much not the same character.
Well, because there have been homages to the old Apes movies in not Dawn, Rise of the Planet of the Apes. They referenced the spaceship that's supposed to have Charlton Heston's character. However, the original Ape movies had their own weird like prequel sequel, like that's a closed loop. It's the weirdest sci-fi franchise out there. Like it really is. And so this is more of it's not a reboot of the original. This is a reboot of the whole timeline. And maybe this could be leading to, I wouldn't be surprised if the movies after this, there's another trilogy that's basically remaking the original classic Planet of the Apes that people know.
Explain.
Well, because we've got Nova, we've introduced the rocket. We could kind of, Hollywood likes to do things in trilogies. This could end this trilogy, and so then the next movie could cut forward a few decades where Nova's an adult and whoever is the new Charlton Heston crash lands on Planet of the Ape Earth.
So do we think that this is, what you're saying is war is going to be the end, and now there would be another 3 movies, or do you think that there could be a 4th movie that investigates Nova's character?
I don't think so. Only because I do think that the story after this is, if you're doing war, this movie feels like it has to be the kind of the end of the humans.
Yeah.
Unless that next movie, if you're going into Nova as she's a little bit older, it's got to be the end of the humans movie. And if you decide to borrow from that original trilogy, it's also got to be the point in which they're like, we love you, but all of y'all are suspect, so now you live in this cage.
Yeah. And that's another interesting thing because if I recall correctly, Nova's not really associated with the apes in the original Planet of the Apes. And so I'm wondering if there's going to be a falling out, if like how bad things are going to get in this movie for everybody.
Well,
basically.
also in the original Planet of the Apes, Nova is mute and only has one line that is one word in the entire thing.
Yes.
This character, also going with the Logan thing, do we think that she will be semi-mute, or do you think they're going to just sort of take that in the beginning and then eventually she'll say something beyond Taylor?
Maybe, but it's also shown that going back from the other movies in this particular Apes au revoir, all the apes, they know sign language. That was their bridge into speech. And so, but that could also be an interesting thing of, well, we learned how to speak through sign language, and then eventually Caesar learns how to talk, and Caesar teaches everyone else, all the genetically altered apes, how to talk. Maybe they try to make that bridge between knowing sign language with Nova and trying to be like, well, we can do it, so you do the thing now.
Yeah,
no, you
it's
do
interesting because we see
like that.
Maurice doing a lot of sign language, and I'm going to make a prediction. I don't know anything. This isn't based off anything except for the fact that I think Maurice the orangutan is gonna die in this movie.
Yeah.
I just have a strong feeling like
He has the biggest heart in the whole series.
it's just-
Every time you see him, because hasn't he been on the verge of like sacrificing himself for folks?
Yeah, he's
already
always
in the
been on the
series?
edge of like he's beloved. And by the way, these movies look so damn good.
So
like watching this
good.
clip, it's like I feel like they're real
love
apes, but it's like
Maurice. You're really
that's the
upsetting
point.
me
That's the
here.
reason. Is
Yeah.
none of us want to see Maurice. We'll all cry when it
But he'll
happens,
do
and that's
it
why they're going to do
He'll
it.
do it for Nova.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Okay.
And we'll all cry about
This is very
it.
upsetting, so I'm changing the subject. Are there other characters from the original series that you would like to see come back? Now that we're killing them.
Well, obviously, Dr. Zaius would be cool. I was
Yeah.
joking earlier. I would love to see that hot ape Ari.
yeah. Helena Bonham Carter. Bring back the Helena Bonham Carter.
Hot
Yeah,
apes.
maybe that's it. Maybe this is all leading into. It turns out the Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes movies is the one that this
That's
is
really the
homage.
timeline. That's really the
Yeah.
timeline. I'm surprised nobody wants Cornelius to come back. You don't want Cornelius to come back?
Why not?
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Look at that. That's what I want. Well, speaking of the original Planet of the Apes, we're going to play a little game here called Whose Ape Is It Anyway? How well do you know Planet of the Apes? How well do these guys know Planet of the Apes? We're going to show some images, and you guys have to tell me if it's from 68, the Tim Burton, Mark Wahlberg,
Classic.
2001, or War for the Planet of the Apes 2017. Are you ready?
So ready.
Are you at home ready?
So ready.
Jonathan, show me an image.
Oh,
What is that
it's
from?
68.
That's 68, yeah.
Zoom
Actually,
out.
that could be Marky Mark.
I'm
What?
sticking with
Get
68.
it? What
I'm
is it?
68.
That's six.
I'm sticking 68.
All right, DJ gets the point.
Boom.
That is 68. Look at that.
You could tell by the, yep.
By the
You know
latex.
what? We really
Yep.
haven't improved that much since this
Nah.
movie. Like, this is still pretty amazing.
I love all their very fancy hair. They got really good blowouts at the ape
Wait,
stylist.
did it win a makeup
Luxurious.
award? I wish we had a fact checker person we could throw to. Like,
That's
hey,
usually me, but I
it's
don't have
DJ
my.
Yeah.
Jordan. All right, let's give you another image. Right now it's DJ1. Danielle, what is this?
that's Marky
2017. No, that's 2017. That's that weird little ape that I don't know who his function is in the movie.
Hold on. Who is it? I need final answers. Final answers.
2017.
Marky Mark. I'm just going to keep saying Marky Mark. No, that's
2017?
2017.
Yeah.
That's the new one because that's Caesar.
Ah, it's 2017.
Yeah, that-
Or no, that's
DJN.
Caesar. No, that's the little angry one.
Yeah, the little
And
angry
there's
one
Nova.
is showing up in the trailers. And by the way, I want another cool gorilla. I was really bummed that the cool gorilla died in the first one.
Oh, but
know.
I mean, the
which
way
allowed
that they
Koba,
went out.
but it allowed Koba to get power, and that didn't go well. For
Oh,
anybody.
no.
I don't
That
know,
didn't
I'm not
go
ready
well.
to see another ape get
But
killed
also,
right now.
spoiler
And certainly not a gorilla.
alert, spoiler alert, we did get, and I will keep saying it, my favorite moment of any of these movies, when you have a friggin' ape on top of a horse, guns ablazing, going through an explosion.
Yeah.
Ah, here we go.
never not
Academy
cool.
Award. Was it nominated? I can't see that far. Can you see that far?
I can
We're all looking.
see it won an honorary award.
Outstanding achievement in
And
the movie.
it was
What?
nominated.
In makeup. I can't read
And
that.
it looked like
It's
it was
really
nominated
far.
for best costumes. Anyway.
All right. Well, there you go. So it
Classic.
did win best makeup.
Yeah.
So right now the game is 2-1. Danielle. This is a winner go home
Okay,
moment.
I'm just gonna say Marky Mark. It has to be.
Well, hold
I have
on.
blind the
Let's
odds.
see an image. Give me an image.
It's Marky Marks. It's a Wahlburger.
Wahlburger, what do you say?
I don't know.
Make it. What is it?
It's gonna be the classic.
68
Be
classic. Classic. We are now tied up. It is the Marky Mark version. It is Marky
tied up.
Mark.
Hold on. I got 2.
You got 2, and she now has 2.
Oh.
So we're going to a tiebreaker.
Okay.
Jonathan, final image, please. I need to know.
Oh, that is Wahlberg, because I think that might be that hot ape I was just talking about.
I'm
That
gonna
hell
go
of a
classic. I'm gonna go classic.
Final answers?
I'm going to go with Marky Mark.
All right.
I'm going Marky Mark across the board.
DJ is the winner. It is the classic.
Well done,
DJ's the classic. I'm
Well
really
done.
sad there wasn't a Helena Bonham Carter for you.
But there is
Yeah.
a hot ape, so I did at least get that much.
Yeah.
And there's a Charlton Heston.
Charlton Heston and
There's that
a
hat.
collar and a slave collar. So
Well, you know what? I feel like we're all winners though, because we said it before. We will say it again. This franchise is fantastic.
Yes.
It really is.
I mean, it truly is. I'm shocked that there hasn't been more sort of push for it in the summer movie time. I hope that they make a ton of money. I hope the movie is as good as every other movie that came before.
Yep.
You want like 3 different spin-offs plus a sequel, like the whole.
See, not so much. I'm cool if it's just 3 great movies.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Fair enough.
3 good movies.
3 good movies.
3 good movies.
3 good movies.
But we want to know.
Yes.
What character would you like to see in this new rebooted franchise? If it's not just Nova, if there's someone else, is it a Cornelius? Who is it? Let us know in the comments below. Tweet us at SJ News. Make sure to like and subscribe. And of course, you can always click here for more Screen Junkies news. Bye.